In this problem, we can't use the square root like we'd like to help us solve, because instead of having x squared, we have x cubed. So we're going to have to use a different technique. First, let's do it like we usually do. Let's try to get x by itself. In this problem, we have x cubed instead of x squared. That's different because when we have x squared, we like to see the square root symbol work to cancel these out. But in this case, we're going to see a few different techniques so that you can solve without using the square root. Even if this is x to the fourth, x to the fifth, x to the negative first, you're still going to be able to solve using this technique. We start like we usually do. We add 1 to both sides, trying to get this x term all by itself. Okay, now we have 2 times x cubed. We can divide by 2, the opposite operation. Since we can't use the square root, we can use something called the cubed root to both sides. It's the same idea, except we don't have the plus or minus symbol here. We don't say that this could be positive, because if you take the cube of any number, -1 times -1 times -1, that's still negative, right? Okay, so if you can't find that cube root button on your calculator, there's still another way to solve. Okay, so we know when we have a power on top of a power, this 1/3 is being applied to this term, it multiplies. And I think you can probably see what's going to happen. 3 times 1 over 3, those are reciprocals, that's going to make x. You can use 0.3333 in your calculator. Now if you have that button, if you're trying to find out what this is in your calculator and you don't know how to do the cube root, you can just punch 26, the caret symbol, and then 0.3333. Just repeat that, because this is the approximation for 1 over 3.